Hey guys, Nika coming at you with another garden update. Today's August 8th. We're in the dog days of summer. I'm harvesting a lot. I'm planting a lot for my fall garden. And I'm dealing with squash bugs. So thanks for joining me. Take a look. So guys, look, I have an infestation of squash bugs on my plants. Look at that. They are eating up my plant. It happened overnight. Look at that. There's a bug right there. I don't know if that's a squash bug. Here's another bug right here. It is August. They are just eating up my plant. So disappointing. My squash was doing so good. Look at that. Look. They're just eating this plant up. Look at that. Just killing it. Oh, I hate squash bugs. They are so vicious. I had put some diatomaceous dirt on there and it helped for a little bit, but not for long. I'm going to put some more of that on there and find some other. I have so much trouble with squash. It was doing so good. Look at that. It's right there. Ugh. I'm so angry. So guys, look at all of these eggs on these leaves. Look at that. All those squash bug eggs. I just yanked this leaf out of there. So that's what I'm going to do, is just clip the leaves out of there and get rid of these squash bug eggs so they don't multiply. So what you have to do is check every day. There's one right there. And I'm just going to throw him down on the ground and stomp on him. I squished him. And when you water, they really come up. You can really get a lot of them when you water. I just put some diatomaceous dirt on here. And as long as you keep those eggs under control, just clip those leaves with eggs or brush them off. It's something you just have to battle with every day. Look at, they attacked my plant. It was doing so good. And then I got a infestation of squash bugs. Let's see if we see any more of that. Ugh. See, they're underneath the plant. So the best thing we can do is just take that leaf off. See, there are squash bug eggs right there. So we need to just take those off. Get rid of those before they hatch. That's the best thing we can do. Seems like they really like this plant right here. Let's see if we see any more. I don't see any more. Okay guys, let's just look for those eggs in here. We're just going to keep looking for eggs. Take these dead leaves off. We're going to take these dead leaves off of here. Let's see. Ooh, there's one on here. Look at that. Yuck. There's one right there. And look at all the eggs. I'm just going to take that whole leaf off and pull it. Yuck. So that's what you got to do. And eventually they'll go away. And the plant will get healthier. And that's the only way I know how to. If you know a better way of getting rid of squash bugs, let me know in the comment section. I have been battling with squash bugs for a long time. So let me know, guys, in the comment section below. So guys, look, I have sweet peas. They're starting to come up again. They went dormant when it was so hot. End of June and all of July, they went dormant. They were just barely hanging in there. But look, they're starting to form flowers. We'll start getting peas here. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted on those. I love peas. I love putting them in stir fries. These are snow peas. So we'll see how long they last this winter. These beans also went dormant in July. They were doing really good until it got hot. But look, I'm starting to get beans throughout this plant. Different kinds of beans too. Look, we're getting different kinds of beans. I have yellow beans, I have cow peas. I just threw a bunch of beans in this pot and they went dormant, but now they're starting to snap back. So we'll see how long we keep these too. I'm getting quite a few strawberries in here. There's some. I've been eating them. But I got some strawberries. They're very thick and plush. Look how plush that is. So I'm getting a few strawberries here late in the season. You get more in the spring. Then we have broccoli. It's forming a little bit of broccoli, but I'm just going to pick these and start some new broccoli for the winter. It's time to start really getting prepared for our fall garden. Let's see what this looks like in here. See, we're getting a little bit of broccoli in there, but I'm just going to start new. And we're going to cook these leaves today with some turnips. And I have collard greens. I'm going to add those with those broccoli greens and turnips. I'm going to make some more of those. I'm going to have to clear this out or at least start another tub. It's time to start planting collard greens for the fall. I have some carrots. Let's look and see. They are starting to sprout. We're starting to get a little sprouting there. These are carrots. I'm going to put some more seed down. And I think I'm going to start another container with carrots. I have a wood container that's super deep, a little wider. I'm going to grow some carrots in there. But at least we're getting some sprouting there. Today we're going to be harvesting these carrots. We're going to pick a few of these. Some of them are seeding, and we're not going to pick those ones. These ones with these beautiful flowers on them. Aren't those beautiful? We're not going to pick those. We're just going to pick the ones that aren't flowering. We're going to try to do some seed gathering later. So we're going to pull some of these and we're going to make some chimichurri sauce. That's so good for roasted vegetables. You can just use it as a garnish. And we're going to make some garden pesto. So join me on this video. Take a look. So let's pull some of these carrots and see what they look like. These ones look like they're pretty good. That's pretty good for a container garden carrot. Let's pull these ones. Ooh, those came out pretty good. Look at that. All right. Hoping I'm not pulling the ones that are seeding. Any more that are ready that aren't. These ones aren't too bad. All right, so we got quite a few carrot tops. Ooh, that one came out pretty good. We don't have to let too many of them seed. Oh, here's a big one. Let's see what this one doesn't look. Let's pull this one. Ooh, that's a good size. All right, guys, we got all of these out of here. We're going to use these carrot tops for cooking. Okay, guys, so here's my harvest. Look at those. Don't those look delicious? This is my best one right there. That's pretty good sized carrot for a container garden. I planted these back in the spring. It took them a while. And I'm planting more for the fall. Look at that one's kind of a weird shape. That's kind of different, kind of neat. And then we have these carrot tops. I'm going to cook some carrot top chimichurri with these carrot tops. It's kind of a sauce that you use for garnishing. You can garnish roasted vegetables, or you can just use it as a garnish. You can use chips. I'm going to be making carrot top pesto. That sound interesting? That's so good. Has a little different texture than the basil pesto, but it's super delicious. Look at these cucumbers. Got a lot of cucumbers coming in, and I've been eating cucumbers off of this for about a month now. But look at, we're getting a lot of new ones. Some of them don't mature all the way, and I just eat those. You can tell. Like this one's taking forever to mature. So I'll probably just eat that one. Look at this one. And I started new ones. These are new cucumbers I planted a couple weeks ago. And they'll start to produce fruit. So, and I'm getting a lot of flowering. Beautiful flowering here. So, we're in the dog days of summer, guys. So these are some potatoes that I planted. I planted these about a month ago. But I bet you those are the purple ones right there. Look, my potato plant is starting to flower. And then I bet you that's a purple one right there. Those are purple potatoes, I'm positive. Then we have a bee in there. Or a hornet, I don't know what that is. So my potatoes are doing really good. I have some sweet potatoes here. They're starting to drape over the pot. And here's some thyme. This needs a lot of sun. So I put this in this southern exposure. So look, I have some little peppers in here. These little peppers are hot. So I'm going to dry most of them for later. You only need one or two, and it really flavors the dish. These are Cajun peppers. They're starting to turn. Look, they're starting to turn. I'm going to pick those. We're going to have to do some cooking. I have some okra, and I have some celery. I have peppers, and I have onions. Those ingredients make a great Cajun dish. But this pepper plant is really thriving. Look at my tomatoes. They're doing so good this year. Look at these ones. These are Cherokee purples. And look at that big one right there. Wow. Half of it's in the sun, half of it's in the shade. And look at that. Seems like the shade does really well for these. I'm not picking that. I want to see if it turns purple or not. Some of these are beefsteaks. That might be a beefsteak. But there's supposed to be Cherokee purples in here too. So I'm just waiting to see what it actually is. And look at the size of these tomatoes. I have had good luck with tomatoes this year. I've been feasting off of these early girls. There's still more growing. Look how many I'm getting. And then I have some pear tomatoes right here. And these are Sugar Sun tomatoes. They're so good. And these ones are sweet 100s. I started from seed. I've been getting so many of these. I've been eating salads. I love this time of year. Such fresh produce. These are chocolate sprinkles, and they're starting to kick in. I'm getting quite a few chocolate sprinkles. Then I have some peppers. Look how many peppers I'm getting. We're going to cook with these. They taste really good too. I have reds. I think they're all red. So some of these look orange. Those probably aren't done yet, but look at how many peppers I'm getting. They're so good. And then this plant, I planted this one a little later in the season. It's not doing as good. And here's my kale. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I'm using this in salads and smoothies. Oh, it tastes so good. This plant surprised me. Let's see how long it lasts. It's supposed to be a cool weather plant, so let's see how long we can keep this plant going. Here's my basil plant. It's starting to seed up. The leaves aren't getting as big. I'm still using these leaves though. But I did plant one directly behind it, and it's starting to get bigger. So we'll see. You can usually keep basil until the first frost, which will probably be early October. The first freeze will knock it out. So I'm enjoying my basil and tomato sandwiches. And then I have my parsley. Here I have two kinds of parsley growing together. I have flat parsley right here, and then I have the curly parsley right behind it. And parsley will last pretty cold temperatures. It might go dormant like in December, but it usually snaps back in February or March. And then I have some sage. Look how pretty that is. I love to garnish with sage, and it smells so good. I wish you could smell it. That smells good. I have my oregano that's doing fantastic. Let me pull that little tree out of there. This oregano is doing so good. It smells wonderful when you water it. So I'll have oregano for a lifetime. And I'm just interested if it's a perennial, if it'll snap back and come back. And then my chives are doing good. And then I have my rosemary. And here's my okra, guys. It's starting to get very tall. And I love those flowers. Look how beautiful those are. Lots of okra. I have a couple of cooking videos that I use okra. Not the traditional fried okra. You can actually use it in dishes. Look at those big, thick okra. I just walk up and eat it. I love okra. Radishes. I planted these about a month ago, and they're starting to come up. And these you need to plant like every week or two. That way you get different sizes, and they'll come in sequentially. I planted these turnips a couple weeks ago, and they're starting to sprout. So I'm going to keep planting them. Probably every couple weeks I'll throw more seed in here. Just kind of like the radishes, they grow very similar. And here's my little sunflower patch. I'm getting quite a few sunflowers in here. They're about 5.5 feet tall. I get these every year, and every year they get thicker. I get more and more. I just concentrate them in this area. And so we'll start getting a lot of birds. They'll start eating these sunflower seeds that are going to start forming. Then I won't have to feed the birds as much. So look at all this celery seed, guys. I am ready to pick these. Some of these are actually turning dark, almost blackish. And I'm just going to chop these down today and throw them in a bag. And whatever settles at the bottom, that's what I'm going to keep. Look how thick this celery is. It's time to clip this down and get it ready for the winter. Celery will stay green all year round. You always have celery. It grows so wild in my yard. Okay guys, that's my garden update. It's August 8th. I want to thank you for joining me. If you like this content, hit that like button. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.